Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video was highly requested and we're doing it because the other video I recorded is too long to edit right now and I need this video to go live today. So we're going to be talking about the compatibility between Taurus and Cancer. If you haven't seen my Cancer compatibility ranked video, highly recommend that one. That's the video that inspired me to make this one because I was like, hey, Cancer and Taurus make a wonderful, wonderful combination. So you're gonna learn all about Cancer and Taurus, what really makes them such a wonderful coupling, and what thing might be a little bit troublesome for the Cancer and the Taurus. At the end, I'm gonna give you an overall rating out of 5 stars. Remember though, astrology and relationship analysis is a complex art, and you wanna take a look at the whole chart of the person. You don't wanna base it on just 2 signs. This is just for the purpose of be entertaining you a little bit so that you could learn a little bit more about your Cancer or your Taurus partner. First, let's pop the hood. Let us see what they're made of. So Taurus is a fixed earth sign ruled by Venus. So they are very much concerned with safety, stability, sensuality, the 5 senses. Taurus rules the 5 senses. So they want to ultimately build and have comfort and pleasure, and that's what they want to share with their partner. But most importantly, I want to point out that the moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus. So the moon and Taurus have a really good relationship, which is part of the reason why Taurus and Cancer make a good pairing. So Cancer is a cardinal water sign ruled by the moon. And Cancer is concerned with safety, but emotional safety and emotional protection. Because remember that image of that little crab, right? They want to keep their soft little inside safe from the world. So they stay inside of their shell, right? That is Cancer. They want to reach and attract love and affection, and they want to attain bonding and security with somebody else. They love to love and be loved. That is what you need to remember about Cancer. They like to be needed and they like to feel protected. And who loves to protect people? Taurus. People don't, I know that Taurus is a feminine sign, but remember that it is associated with the bull. Like there's nothing feminine about a bull. Bulls are strong. They're just very placid and peaceful. But if the bull gets going, the bull is very protective. So there is a very nice little symbiotic situation going on between the little crab and the little bull, the big bull, the little crab. They really make such a good pairing. I absolutely love them because I think that they could be a very good, easy, sweet combination because again, the Venus and the moon have a really good relationship with each other. Even when they are fighting, the moon and Venus, they're both generally sweet and they both really just want to get along and bond with other people. And it's going to be difficult to upset each other because they're both sort of concerned with the same things. So moon, Venus, function very well. So what works very well together? So first of all, they both really want to feel safe. As I said, they are very much the type of couple to be like, I choose you and nobody else. So they're both really going to appreciate that in each other. Cancer can get a little bit crabby and a little bit insecure when it comes to, their partner going off into the world. And Taurus tends to sort of sit still. And Cancer is comfortable with that. Their Taurus is they're going to go to work, they're going to come home. They're very grounded, meat and potatoes sort of individuals. So Cancer is going to be very comfortable with that. They also like to feel comfortable with their partners and they're both concerned with comfort, right? So Cancer wants to feel emotionally comfortable with you and Taurus just physically wants to feel comfortable in themselves and they want other people to feel comfortable with them. So if the Cancer is having any sort of insecurities, which could be one of the dark sides of Cancer, dealing with insecurities, the Taurus is not going to fan those flames. The Taurus is very much going to make you feel good in your own skin because Taurus very much invites that because they feel comfortable in their own skin. Taurus is very much like, yep, this is what I got. It might not be the best, but it's pretty damn good and I'm comfortable with it. So Cancer is going to be like, oh, okay, you feel comfortable? I feel comfortable too. So it's very much like they play off of each other. That is how Venus works and how the moon works. So if Taurus is feeling good and feeling very zen and at peace, then they could, sort of transmit that energy and that vibe to the Cancer, and that's going to be really good. It's the kind of thing where it's just like, you make me feel good and I make you feel good. And that is sort of the relationship that they're going to have with each other. So Taurus can also really calm the moon. And the moon can be moody because that is just the job of the moon. And the moon waxes and wanes. And because Taurus is going to be more stable, more emotionally stable, then they could really sort of, when the moon is feeling a little bit too, wacky and paranoid or anything like that, Taurus can be like, hey, let's get grounded in reality. Let's come back to earth. And then that's going to be a very positive influence for that moon person. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in the tarot, one of the meanings of the moon card, which is actually associated with Pisces, but it reminds me of Cancer because it's a freaking moon. One of the meanings is paranoia. So the moon can get a little bit suspicious and be a little too suspicious, right? So the Taurus is going to be like, no, everything's fine, and really inspire that calming, peaceful attitude that Taurus has. So the moon can get a little bit paranoid, and Taurus has this ability to just calm those waters. So that's going to be really good for the Cancer. And another thing is that the cardinal crab is really going to maybe inspire movement in that Taurus bull, because the bull can be a little bit stubborn, as we all know, and can have difficulty moving or changing because they're comfortable, right? And they want to maintain that comfort, like that sort of homeostasis. They want to maintain their homeostasis, and that is the only thing that matters, right? But Cancer is cardinal, so Cancer likes to start things. They like to start relationships. They like to start anything that has to do with the home, anything that has to do with the emotions. They like to start things. So Taurus, which is fixed, might be a little bit more inclined to try new things because of the Cancer. So that could be also another positive influence that comes from the Cancer to the Taurus. And lastly, the best thing about these two people is that there's going to be a lot of love and affection. Taurus loves touching. They're a very sensual sign, so they love touching and cuddling and sniffing and all of these things with their partner. And Cancer loves affection, all sorts of affection. Cancer loves words of affection, acts of affection, anything that makes them feel loved, Cancer is going to like. So they're really going to interpret all of the touching that Taurus is going to do. Cancer is going to welcome it, and they're going to be like, yes, this person really loves me. So it'll be very easy for them to feel loved with each other. So that's a really good thing. So now, what doesn't work? What is going to be what you're going to need to troubleshoot? So first of all, the feelings. The feelings are going to be a little bit tricky because Cancer likes emotions. They're a water sign. They're ruled by the moon, and they're a water sign. So they like to see the feelings of other people. And Taurus, being ruled by Venus and in Earth is going to be, they're not going to be very forthcoming. They're not going to be very expressive when it comes to the feelings. So they're going to tend to want to keep their feelings to themselves. And then they're also the fact that they are fixed. Again, they don't like to express. They like things to stay within. Venus also likes to keep the peace. So Venus rules Taurus. So Taurus is not going to want to bring anything up that might, disturb you or unsettle things. So Taurus is just like, I'll just not say anything. I won't say anything. And they could fester. And Cancer would rather to get things out in the open. Let's talk about it. And, a little emotional scuffle now and again. Cancer is not going to be, they're not going to hate that because they like to see the emotions in other people. And Taurus is not going to show you very much emotion depending on the rest of the chart. Remember, you have to look at the rest of the chart, the entire chart, to know what kind of Taurus you're talking about. But just in general, Taurus tends to be quiet in terms of feelings, and they're not going to be very expressive because they're ruled by Venus and they would rather keep the peace. Remember that Taurus is the strong, silent type. So, the strong, silent type doesn't express a lot of emotion. And the Cancer, they like to see the feelings. They like to see people's vulnerabilities. Remember that Cancer is kind of like a nurse, and they like to, where does it hurt? And if Taurus is just like, what are you talking about? Nothing hurts. Then there's nothing for the Cancer to do or heal or tend to. So the Taurus is going to, upset them in that way. But overall, my rating for Cancer and Taurus together is going to be 5 stars. I absolutely love Taurus and Cancer together. If the Taurus can work on expressing those feelings, or if you have a watery Taurus, then the Cancer is going to feel supremely blessed because of all of the affection that they're going to receive from the Taurus. The Cancer is going to, translate all of those things as love. I am very loved. Every time he hugs me, every time he gives me a little kiss, I feel very loved, and this is going to feel very good for the Cancer. So really a really great match in terms of that, and they both really want a stable home environment. So they're going to be able to give that to each other. This is a really wonderful match. I really, really love Taurus and Cancer. As I said, if you haven't watched my Cancer compatibility ranked video, highly recommend that one if you want some extra information. So if you want to check your guys' moon sign and how it'll function in terms of Cancer, so you're welcome to watch that one. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you have another one that you want me to do, make sure you leave it in the comments, because I do, if I happen to check the comments and I see one and I'm just like, oh, I want to do that one, I'll do it in the next time. So that's actually why I made this one too, because somebody requested it on the ranking video. Don't forget to like the video if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.